Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Magic Arena Run. Today we are going to be doing midweek magic. So this is on the edge where we only take the three, in this case 3.5 latest sets and make decks using only cards from those sets. So valid here, March of the Machine plus Aftermath, Wilds of Eldraine, and Lost Caverns of Ixalan. Given with those and given my recent history, I got the Throne of the Grim Captain in Sealed. I got the Throne of the Grim Captain in Draft. I opened the Throne of the Grim Captain. And so guess what? I'm playing with Throne of the Grim Captain. So for those who don't know what Throne of the Grim Captain is, it's pretty much everyone's weirdly favorite play around card. So Throne of the Grim Captain is a 2-mana artifact with with two abilities. First one is to mill 2 cards. Second ability is you can craft with a dinosaur, a merfolk, a pirate, and a vampire, and you can make this monstrosity on the right side, the Grim Captain. 7/7 Menace, Trample, Lifelink, Hexproof. When it attacks, each opponent sacrifices a non-land permanent, and you can put one of the exiled cards used to craft onto the battlefield tapped and attacking. So this is pretty much our main plan, but we do have alternate plans as well. We can go early with a bunch of pirates. We can go late with some of our bigger creatures here. But that said, let's introduce the motley crew. First, pirates. We got 4 copies of Spyglass Siren. Very cheap pirate. The map token helps us with the Explorer to put stuff in the yard. 2 copies of Malcolm Alluring Scoundrel. The draw and discard helps that plan as well. Let's see. 2 copies of Kitesail Larcenist. This one allows us to... This one's basically our pseudo. It's our pseudo brutal Catardo. It turns it into a treasure token. Well, not necessarily a treasure token. It makes it into a treasure artifact with the ability of with that ability and nothing else. It's actually nice. We can turn our map tokens into treasures if we need to. Otherwise, it gets rid of 1 annoying creature from our opponent's side. So we have got 8 pirates on this side. Merfolk, 3 copies of River Herald Scout. When it enters the battlefield, explores. That's helpful. And 2 copies of Tishana's Tidebinder. So this one, another interesting trick, allows us to counter a target activated or triggered ability, and if it's countered that way, that permanent loses all abilities for as long as this guy remains on the battlefield. Pretty good. We have quite a few dinosaurs here. 2 copies of Bonehorde Dracosaur. This one's kind of our mid-range threat. 3 copies of Trumpeting Carnosaur. This gives us additional removal. And 2 copies of Itali, because this is probably one of the best payoffs to land if we can. Also, alas, we only have 4 vampires, 4 copies of Voldaren Thrillseeker, but this is easy to put in the yard. Basically acts as removal in its own right. To supplement the cast, 4 copies of Volcanic Spite, 2 copies of Collector's Vault to help dump cards in the yard, and 2 copies of Invasion of Karsus. This is pretty much our air quotes board wipe. It's pretty good against most of the go white decks. We will still need help against any significant large creature. But that's it. That's pretty much the deck for what it is. It's a bit more fun, to be honest. By not playing a 3rd color, we are excluding a lot of the really good vampires, for example. Like, if we went into black, we would have had access to a lot more pirates and vampires. Doesn't help our dinosaur problem. Doesn't help our merfolk problem either. We could also splash into green as well for that. This is an auto mulligan. We really need to turn 2 play. This is a lot better. We can bin Itali here. Opponent goes Snare Master Sprite. Sprites seem to be a bit of a flavor of the month thing. So I can hold on to this, but I probably just want to play Throne of the Grim Captain and start throning away. The sooner we can start running this, the better. Another Snare Master Sprite. Opponent's going aggro. And there's our pirate. We can probably Volcanic Spite away the Restless Spire. We're gonna use evolving. We're gonna use evolving wilds to. Yeah, probably crack this now as well. Okay, let's put up the deck list also while we're at it. Opponent playing Dismal Backwater, sure. Into a Deep Root Pilgrimage. Opponent has fairies, but this is merfolk, so this is going to be interesting. Could be some sort of control plan. Okay, hit the River Herald Scout. We actually don't mind hitting a land here. Off the Scout because it allows us to play Dracosaur. Okay, so there's our merfolk, there's our merfolk, there's our pirate. Probably gonna end up hard casting the dinosaur. So the real trick now is being able to land. Also note that Tishana's Wayfinder is gonna be really annoying because it can lock out this Italian's Messenger. That's fine. Now I wish I had that Volcanic Spike. We're missing Merfolk. But this looks like a dedicated fairies deck. Even the blue. So there might be a few Merfolk here, but probably not enough to I don't think it's enough to justify this. Well, we haven't seen most of the deck. All we've seen are Snare Master Sprites and this, so yeah, let's mill. Another pirate. Okay. So we're going to have to hardcast the Dracosaur. Wow, we're really flooding on mana here. Opponent probably has a kill spell. But the thing is, if our opponent goes to kill this one, kill, not exile. Actually, now I realize it that by not playing black and just limiting ourselves to the March of the Machines backup vampire, we are actually, if our opponent's running something like the End, that's a real. Okay, sure. Opponent could swing. Yeah, probably wasn't going to. Okay, there's our dinosaur. So also hit the Tidebinder. Also, let's do a double check. You may play them this turn, so I actually have to play both. It's kind of a shame that I'm playing both of them right now, but Dracosaur netting us quite a few cards. So let's see. Yeah, we're just missing the vampire. Eventually our opponent is going to hit removal. Or maybe they have, or you should keep an eye out for their mana. Like if they're holding 3 mana up, could be a Tidebinder. But so far not any indication of that. Dracosaur is going to kind of hold these guys off by himself. There's our vampire. Hit the land and another vampire. So play the land. Played vampire. So yeah, this one's. Might as well snipe Talion's Messenger. We'll take 1 hit from there. And let's see. Craft. So exile Tidebinder, Thrillseeker, Carnosaur, Spyglass Siren. Yep, it's only Spike. Opponent is going to need a big board wipe for this because of hexproof. And actually I could spend 1 more and snipe the Mocking Sprite. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, let's take away their discounts. And I can, yeah, I can now afford to swing with this one guy. So so our plan, so now we have to figure out our plan with this one. Probably first thing we do is Carnosaur. Ooh, looks like our opponent is playing straight fairies, and now there is another trick to note. Tishana's Tidebinder, if we go for this triggered ability, it can counter the ability. And I cannot discard this. So I might as well swing first. See if they have the Tidebinder. No, it's Abira. No Tidebinder. Opponent might have goofed up on the Deeproot Pilgrimage. So, yeah, Carnosaur comes in because this is an ETB effect. Volcanic Spite. Snipe this one. In that. I'd sell Larcenous. Yeah, this should do it. But yeah, 14 damage. I probably could have swung with Malcolm as well, just to. So I can play this one. It's only artifact, so it won't affect this one. I might as well play this guy now because because it's gonna be gone. And their opponent concedes from that position. They might have the board. They might have had the board wipe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It would have hit for. It would have hit for quite a lot. In fact, it would have been enough if they had the the recent board wipe. It would have been enough to wipe our entire board. We would have been playing from behind. Well, not quite. We actually have a Restless Fire, I think. So anyway, that's pretty much our main game plan. So being able to land it early, and as long as we're not being pressured early, it's fine. Hey, I've been meaning to get that style. Let's see if we can get a few more wins off this one. We'll probably just play about 2, 3 more games. I probably would have preferred more removal over the Collector's Vault. So we have to play Restless Spire first. We're definitely going to go Throne turn 2. I will have to be careful of red, white, and blue. So, okay. Blue, though, maybe this one is fine. Yeah, well. They might have their own Larcenous, so that is going to be an issue. Blue-green. So, some sort of subterranean schooner. Okay. So we if we can hit an untapped land, I would definitely Larcen it. I would definitely steal the boat. Well, there's our throne. This is an attack trigger. Actually, schooner is probably not a bad idea. The multiple explorers can help dig into more stuff. So get the free explore. Get a land, that's fine. Yeah, schooner is gonna probably be one of the key cards in the future. Until then, it's fine. Though I'm curious what the green is for. Probably blue-green big stuff. No, looks like it's blue-green explorer. It's a land, so that's not gonna grow. So that said, yeah, one of our thrones, another schooner. Probably an argument to add braids to the deck. I would not be surprised as well. So let's start milling. Okay, that's one merfolk, so I'm not too incentivized to block with it. Oh wow, this is really an... So I might actually want to... Oh, opponent discards it. So I might want to actually snipe this one. We'll probably take the hit. There's also an argument for holding onto this, but let's see. I can also play Larcenist, but I don't know what fight spells to expect. And I would probably rather let's mill first. Let's see. Well, that's one dino in the yard, so we're not super incentivized to hit the other dino. Probably still better though, because the other plan is to just go for this one. Take our treasure token, take out one of their boats. Another Spyglass Siren. Okay, looks like I'm all in on the Explorer train. Okay, hits a land. Yeah, opponent's gonna grow this one to see if they can hit a tough cookie. Okay, binning that. So this is probably gonna swing. Good, it makes this a good target for the Carnosaur. We definitely want the pirate in the yard now, so we definitely want a pirate in the yard, so we definitely want to... Also, I think our opponent's playing with more cards than necessary. They've already explored multiple times and get multiple lands. So opponent's deciding if they want to bin the Siren. There is an argument for... I really don't want to block this one though, because it will unlock their other schooner. But I do want to chump this. Opponent concedes. Okay. I think opponent realized that they were about to dump pirate in the yard. I would still need to hit a vampire, but that is a very weird concession. Way too early. But yeah, probably on the future note, I definitely would want to add a braid to the deck. There are going to be plenty of targets that will make it work. So though in that particular board, an invasion of Karsus would also be really good as well. It will kind of wipe our board as well. It's really bad when you play Larcenist first, but sometimes that's what you have to do. So again, turn 2 Throne. We're not incentivized to scout right away, so we definitely want to Throne first. Though I will tell you, the matchups where we don't hit Throne right away are a little bit on the scary side. You have to have either early aggression or you can hold up long enough to hit your mid to late game. So opponent leading on red and Ginger Brutes. Yeah, this is the aggro matchup, a bit scary. So at least we hit the Throne of Karsus. So there's an incentive to go River Herald Scout, but we're gonna have to wait a bit. So let's mill first. Okay, Vampire and Throne. So we did not want to draw those. Opponent? Okay, opponent going Invasion of Regatta. They're probably gonna go snipe this one. This is as a creature, this one is gonna be tough to get through. Let's explore first. Hit the Carnosaur. Yeah, let's bend that. I don't really want to. I do not really want to draw into that. Now our opponent is going to flip this. There's no good way around it. So we're going to be taking quite a few hits from this one for quite a while. Okay, gains the Wicked roll. No, something else gains the Wicked roll. So mill 2 cards. Oh, those are the volcanic spikes we needed. So we have a vampire and a dino. We want this to hit. Okay, at least we're not getting domed completely. Our pirate is in hand, so we probably want to do a massive chump block and see if we can get our opponent to take some of these out. Now the problem is if our opponent just has burn, we're kind of dead to rights. There's no way around it. If our opponent's just spending mana to pump this to make it unblockable, that's kind of fine. I want to see if our opponent invests the Embret better. No, they Grand Ball Guest. That's one. If our opponent attacks with everything, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I should have played this one and had an extra blocker too. That would have solved our problems. So we'll let the damage land first. And trumpeting Carnosaur. We will take. Yeah, they could give it the young hero role, but it actually does nothing unless you attack. So also ideally, that said, there are many ways for us to get killed here, so we have to be really careful. Okay, we'll probably also mill 2. Maybe we are just missing the pirate, and the pirates are the most plentiful one. Okay, no, just hitting more lands. We actually could have used that Swift Water Cliffs. Revolving Wilds. Now let's see if they. Okay, at least. So, not out of the woods yet. We could be dead next turn. Grand Ball Guest. At least it doesn't gain haste into a land. Okay, perfect. If we hit another land, I could just go Trumpeting Carnosaur. Okay, miss it. We're not hitting our pirates though. Probably just play Malcolm. Technically, we do have another flash creature. Unfortunately, we can't counter instants. It's only good for countering and this is not an activated ability. It's just a sequence. When it swings, we will block because. Okay, looks like that's it. We don't actually have to keep milling anymore, but we might as well. Okay, that should put us out of danger. Now that said, our opponent could just have that convokes the Stoke the Flames, and that would end us right away. That's probably the most annoying way to go. Can't really do anything about that. Okay, we never did pitch a tally, but we probably want to hard cast it anyway. We just need to swing once, but if our opponent has Stoke the Flames, we kind of lose. Yeah, Invasion of the Karst is kind of important for us here. And Hexproof kind of makes it... Yeah, Hexproof makes it... you have to go sideways in the way to remove it. It's not impossible. The Tiding Blade is probably the best way to get rid of this if on an empty board. I'm gonna swing first and hit our opponent. Let's get Trumpeting Carnosaur. Let's swing here. Herald Scout. Free Explore. Into a land, sure. And now that we're back to a healthy life total, cast Etali. How much damage can we deal? Let's see. Ooh, another Throne and a Kenra Spell Spear. And 4 more damage from Refraction Elemental. And we can still keep milling, though we probably want to use this as a backup. We have a Warrior, a Pirate. We're missing a Merfolk. We have one here, and we could just let this one get killed. Yeah, once this one connects, it's not impossible. There are some cards that prevent life gain, so that I'm trying to remember which ones are still in the set. Definitely, this will probably be our last game for the night, though. I'm gonna have to prepare for Pokemon Unite Weekly in a few minutes. But it looks like our opponent might just go. Sorry, excuse me. Yeah, looks like our opponent just to be fair, opponent's just is running pretty good mono red. Okay, Twisted Fealty. So yeah, Twisted Fealty is really nuts, especially if against mid range. It's pretty good against dinos for the most part. You can get someone out of nowhere. But yeah, I guess we're gonna call this episode because our opponent. Because this is gonna be this is gonna be the way to go out. That's gonna be it for this episode of Magic Arena Run. If you like what you saw, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Turn on notifications and whatnot. We did craft quite a few rares for this one, but a lot of these cards are the ones that are most likely going to see play. Not necessarily Malcolm, while Fairy Mastermind's still there. Tishana is actually seeing quite a lot of play recently. Trumpeting Carnosaur is interesting enough that it will see play. Bonehorde Dracosaur is probably going to be the most annoying card for us to run into. So it's now our turn. Oh wait, can we flip this? Only as a source. We could have actually flipped it, but that would have been an unnecessary flex. Might as well flip that one. Yeah, it looks like our opponent really did check out. We could have actually paid for this. Wait, we could have paid for this one. Hold on, let's do a double check. This is actually 10 mana. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, we could not have paid for it. We could have paid for this one though. Yeah, Etali Primal Conquering Things. Also, I'm trying to remember. Did I not get the other cosmetic for this? Oh well, la-di-da. Yeah, this is a checkout there. Anyway, that's gonna be it for this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope to see you guys again next time. Take care. God bless. Stay safe wherever you are. Have a great week, everyone. Take care.